Welcome to the Pretty Confident Podcast, where we embrace authenticity, own our worth, and build unshakable confidence. I'm your host, Sierra Renee, so let's dive in. Welcome to another episode. You guys, if you're listening to this when it drops, it is Tuesday, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you're watching this as soon as it drops, you're on what? YouTube. Okay, thank you so much for being here, and it is 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, or whenever you're watching this. OGs and returning listeners, thank you so much for being here and coming back. I'm glad you love it here. I'm glad you're staying tuned and keeping up with me. New listeners, new people tuning in, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to show you what this podcast is truly about. I love doing this every week, and if you don't know, guess what? You got about 80 something episodes to go catch up on. We are now over a year and maybe like 2 to 3 months into this podcast, and I'm just so happy to still be here. I'm so happy to still have a great attitude about the podcast, and I am still happy to be pouring in my creative heart when it comes to my podcast. So yeah, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for giving me your time. And yeah, how are you guys doing? I don't know if I asked you that in the last episode, but how are you guys doing? I am trying to do better at batch creating so I can make sure I'm giving myself some time to relax and take breaks in between all of these episodes that's coming out. So if I batch record in the future, like it right here, right now, I'm able to relax later. All I have to do is edit the videos and schedule them to post. So you guys know, if you've been here before, I manage 10 of my own accounts. I have 3 Instagrams. I used to have 3 YouTubes, but now I have 2 YouTubes. I have 2 TikToks, and I have 3 audio platforms. So it's just me. I'm a one-woman team, but you guys make it all worth it. You guys, y'all have been ticking up my analytics on Instagram, and I really do appreciate it. I know I haven't been marketing myself as well as I should have, and now that I have time to room and growth, and I am visual now, like I definitely wanted the visual podcast to be what everybody got to see snippets of on TikTok and Instagram, and I am now able to do that. Previously, before I was marketing myself, I probably had like less than 100 and then less than 600 views on my profile views. And then when I started marketing myself on Instagram, I have this professional dashboard where it shows me how many profile visits I get. And so when the first couple video teasers, episode teasers came out, I was at 1.1 thousand profile visits. And then just this morning when I checked again, it was at 2.1 thousand. So thank you so much for visiting my profile. The likes, the follows, I do care about, but you visiting my page is even better because that is where I need people to go. That is where all the links to all 3 audio platforms and my YouTube is. So I feel like if you're visiting my page, if you're visiting my profile, you're going to at some point click on the links and go to wherever you want to get your audio, your visual. You're going to get the podcast somewhere. So I just love it, and I love seeing the analytics tick up. And so my analytics on YouTube has been ticking up. I got a couple subscribers, so thank you, newcomers. And if you haven't liked, subscribed, or commented or shared, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and do it. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and turn on that bell so you can get notifications whenever something drops. I am going to start putting teasers on my YouTube if I haven't already by the time this video comes out. But yeah, I am loving the journey. I love being here, and every day I am trying to push myself further and think outside the box. So let me tell y'all how my day has been thus far, because we're nearing the end of my day. So this morning, okay, I felt good, all right? I'm getting stuff done, trucking, moving. Y'all, I lost my microphone. And I was like freaking out, tearing the apartment apart for like an hour. And it was underneath my desk. And it's a black microphone. And underneath my desk, there's like a black railing. And it was literally tucked under that, which I don't know how it got there. But y'all, I was so anxious. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm about to go ahead and buy a new one. But watch, when I buy a new one, this one's going to show up. And I'm glad I'm not as impulsive as I used to be, because if I wasn't able to find it where I knew it should have been, I'm just ordering a new one. I don't care, but I am trying to be right with my money. And so I took a little bit of extra time. I calmed down. And as soon as I calmed down and was just looking at the floor, I found it. I was like, oh, why is that? What's under there? Like, why is that uneven? And boom, there this was. So found this, and then my gimbal died, the little thing that I used. So then I was using my tripod to record. Y'all, things have been all over the place. And then my receiver died, so I had to charge that to a good percentage so I can record. And then what else happened? I don't know what else happened, but I was like, oh my goodness, why is the what? See, this is me. I gotta slow down. I gotta prepare myself, and I need to set the tone, set the mood, get everything right and in order to be able to move seamlessly. So I will be charging everything to make sure it's charged before I need to record again. But I am trying to batch create. So after I batch create, everything's getting charged so it can be ready for the next time I record. But yeah, you guys, so how are you guys doing? How's your day? How's your week? How's your month going? How has this year treated you? I know we talked about our life goals and updates previously in a couple episodes ago. So if you haven't watched that, definitely go tune in. At the end of every month, we talk about what we accomplished in that month. If we didn't accomplish something, we need to figure out what discipline do we need to set in place, or what rules to follow and be disciplined to. Figure out if we need to gain some motivation with our discipline as well, because most of the time discipline will take you further than motivation. And then if we didn't accomplish something, did we move the needle a little bit forward to what we're trying to achieve? And then what do we want to achieve in the following month? So that is what we talk about the last episode of every month. Now, September is going to be tricky because the last Tuesday is the last day of the month this month, and then Wednesday will be like the first day of October. So I am still gonna do, the last episode. Yeah, I'll do Tuesday as, the Life and Goals update part 8 or 9, whatever. Just because of the different days. I mean, the audio will just always drop on Wednesday. So my people that listen to the audio, y'all will get it on Tuesday. My people that watch the visual, you guys will get it on Wednesday. But I always talk about stuff that I accomplished, what I want to accomplish, if I accomplished anything, and what I want to accomplish in the future. And I always encourage my viewers, my listeners, to think about that stuff as well, brainstorm before we get to that point, because I want to hear what you guys accomplished in that month, as well as what you are setting your sights on accomplishing the following month as well. I want to hear from you. So, with that being said, if you have any ideas or things that you want to address, definitely comment on my Instagram, DM me, send me an email. I do have an email just specifically for the podcast. It is Theprettyconfidemtpodcast at gmail.com. And then if you just want to comment it under whatever video, that's fine as well. I am looking through everything. I have my notifications on. So if you leave me a comment, I will definitely get to it. So in today's video, I want to talk about the art of slowing down, taking your time, and relaxing. The only reason why I say the art, because there will need to be some type of balancing act, some type of harmonious decisioning going on between hustle culture, working hard, and slowing down and taking your time to relax. And so I say this because, y'all, I did not know that I have been ripping and running since May. Since we got back from our vacation in May, I have just been hustling and bustling. And I didn't realize it until this week that I needed to take a step back, slow down, sit down, and relax, because time is going to move whether we like it or not. And so we need to figure out, how are we going to best utilize our time? How are we going to best fill our time? Do we always want to be busy? Do we always want to be in a constant state of movement? Or do we want to have that balance of being able to work when we need to work and get things done, and then also relax when we know that nothing is pressing? Whatever is on our plate, some of that stuff is not, it's not priority right now. It could wait a day or two. It could wait an hour or two. Making sure we get back to replenishing our body, our mind, our soul, our heart, whatever it is that is drained from working hard during the state of sitting down and being still. That is when stuff starts to get replenished. When I say that, I literally realize that I have not had a weekend off. Like every single weekend, there has been something that me and my fiance, or me, my fiance, and my family, or me and my twin have done. It has been horrendous. I don't remember the last time I've relaxed like this past weekend. And so that speaks volumes to me working hard and constantly moving and not sitting down. Like the only time that I'd sit down after working hard is right after I get out of the shower and when I'm getting in the bed, and then I go to sleep. And there's been a lot of times lately that I'm like, oh snap, I don't remember going to sleep. I like remember when I go to sleep because I make the decision, okay, I'm going to sleep, other than just being tired and falling asleep. No, thank you. That is how I know that I am exhausted. If I'm just falling asleep without knowing it, there's something going on. I need to replenish myself. I need to replenish my energy because it's getting to a point that as soon as I sit down, I get tired. So I just want to better understand what everybody else is going through. Do you make excuses as to why you can't sit down and relax, or do you make it a point to sit down and relax when you know you can do so, when your priorities, when the necessities in your life are taken care of? I say that because as I'm 25, I'm a 25-year-old female, and I feel like my generation has been groomed to only work hard. Work hard, get what you need to get. You know, your 20s are the years that you work hard. And there's like different sides of your 20s. There's people that say, oh, your 20s are when you're supposed to live it up, do everything that you want to do, travel, this, and the third. And then there's another side that's saying, oh, no, your 20s is where you're supposed to work hard, get everything done, you know, drain yourself tired until you can sit down and not have to work, early. You can retire early, save all this, save all that. So there's two different sides. And both of those sides kind of prioritize a different type of living. I feel like if you're not working hard, how are you going to travel and have fun and do all of this in your 20th? And if you're not relaxing and taking the time that you need out of your day and out of your week, out of your month to sit back and relax, you're going to feel even more drained and feel like you're not doing probably enough to get to the point where you can, relax and retire earlier, do whatever. But I just feel like if you have a mixture of the two, regardless if you're in your 20s or not, that is what's going to set you up for success. I know how to have fun, turn up, and travel when I'm able to, but I also need to work and get my stuff done so that I could be able to do this, as well as have an abundance of money and wealth and all of these other things. So I feel like growing up, or just in general, I don't know how society is viewing it now, but for me, I always felt like everybody prioritizes hustle culture, working hard, not no days off. Like I know y'all have seen that, no days off, this and the third. But to me, I felt like, okay, if I am doing 100% in my 9 to 5, I'm trying to give 100% to my podcast and all of my content creation pages that has nothing to do with my personal life. And then I'm trying to give 100% to my personal life. That means cooking, cleaning, making sure the dogs are good, making sure my fiance is good, all of the things there. At some point, if I'm just only worrying about those things and not relaxing, I'm going to be drained. And as soon as I get drained in one area, that is going to ripple effect into other areas as well. Because if I'm not doing what I need to do in the household, my fiance may be stressed. If I'm not doing what I need to do in my relationship with my fiance, he's going to be stressed. House isn't going to be harmonious, and that just creates a hostile culture. And then I'm not going to want a podcast because you guys are going to always see me in a bad attitude. I just need everything to be harmonious. And if there is something that is going wrong or going array in one area of my life, it's going to show in another area of my life. And then that's when I need to figure out, okay, what is going on? Where is this happening? Where did this pop up in? Like, what area of my life did this spring up on me? And how do I get this monkey off of my back? Okay. So when I say that I have been working nonstop on the podcast, on my content creation stuff, making sure the house and the dogs and my fiance are all taken care of, getting a new job, trying to make sure I'm learning all of that, I have just been drained. And so I'm also making sure that I go to the gym. I have been disciplined and consistent, because discipline is making sure you're doing things that you told yourself that you would do even if you don't want to. And so that has been one of the biggest things for me, is consistently going to the gym and getting cardio in. And so I've been doing so well at that, almost for like, I want to say 2 months now. But this week really got to me, because this past weekend I went to the gym early in the morning, came back, walked the dogs, took a shower, and I was back in the bed by 9 a.m. that morning. And so when I thought about it, I was like, okay, I did everything that I wanted to do. I did everything that I had on my schedule to do. Are you telling me I don't have anything to do today? Well, hold on. Do I not have anything to do tomorrow, being Sunday, either? Shut up and get out of here. I'm not doing anything. So, being able to recognize that I didn't have anything to do and prioritizing relaxing, that is a big step for me. One, because my fiance says it the best. She always keeps herself busy, or she's always cleaning something. And so that following Monday, he had helped me Sunday night. So Monday morning, I typically do some chores before I log into work. And so by him doing the dishes the night before, I didn't have anything to do Monday. And so I was looking around, I was like scratching my head. I said, well, now hold on now. I don't have anything to do on Monday now as well. Shut up and get out of here. And so then typically I go to the gym on my lunch after I walk the boys. And so I realized that my body was hurting. My body was aching. My back was hurting specifically. It may be my weighted vest, because I do wear that every single time I go to the gym. And it's a 12-pound vest. And I run with it and walk on a 7 to 8 inch incline. So it may be me going too hard in the gym. But after being able to realize that my body is worn down, I'm tired, and I could really use a break. Like, I've been disciplined, I've had my consistency, I can really use a break. uh I did not go to the gym Monday. I said my body needs to recuperate, my body needs to be replenished. And so I decided to stay inside and relax during my lunch after I took the boys out. And then just doubling back to when I took the boys out, normally, like when I'm rushing, when I'm on go mode, I am on a time crunch. I need to get y'all in and out in 15 minutes. I need to go to the gym, because as soon as I do go to the gym, I'm going to the gym for at least 30 minutes, regardless of what time I get in there. Then I got to get back inside, take a shower, and log back in for work. So doing that consistently, stressful, because okay, I need y'all to hurry up and use the bathroom. Okay, we got to go ahead, get on the other side of the apartment complex, walk up 3 flights of steps, take your collars off, put my AirPods on, get a towel, get a water, walk back downstairs, walk all the way to. I am rushing. And so when I feel like I'm rushing, when I feel like people rush, you're starting to miss out on the little things that you would typically appreciate. But because you're rushing, you're not even realizing it. And so when I didn't go to the gym on Monday as well as Tuesday, because I didn't go to the gym all week, when I didn't go to the gym and I was outside with them, it felt so good outside, y'all. It felt so good. And because I wasn't rushing, I noticed that it felt good outside. I noticed the wind and the breeze outside. I noticed the leaves just moving. I look up at the sky. It looks beautiful with, sparse clouds and all of this. And I was just able to really take in my environment. And so I feel like when you're done rushing, when you take time to stand still in where you are, that is where you start to appreciate the little things. Because who's really going to say, "Oh yeah, I went on a nice walk today"? Who appreciates that? Who in your circle, who really says, I went on a good walk outside and it felt real good"? Who's saying that? When you're too busy rushing and worried about the very next thing before you even start your project or your chore or whatever you got going on, if you're just worried about the next thing and how long this thing is going to take to get you to here, then pause. You are not allowing yourself to be in the present moment because you're worried about what's going to happen next. Take a break. You guys, stress is becoming the leading cause of death. And so I feel like because we were so taught and groomed to work hard and always put our best foot forward and give 110% and work and this and that, it's going to lead us to early graves if we don't fix it and fix it now. And we also need to address Do you have a lack of confidence in slowing down? Do you have a lack of confidence of making sure you do take that time for yourself? Do you have that lack of confidence of taking off of work and not worrying about work? What is it? Because if you're making an excuse not to relax, there may be an issue there. Are you battling something when you're set, when you're, sitting there by yourself? Does your mind run off to places and things and trauma that you're trying to, suppress? What is going on? Are you running from something, or do you only find value in yourself when you are working super hard? What is going on? Because we need to figure out what that is so that we are not only in this in, we are not only operating in a season or in a time of consistent movement. We do not always need to be moving. At some point you're gonna run out of gas. It's like having 100 miles in your car, and because you don't want to stop for gas, you're just going to keep on going. Your tank is emptying and emptying and emptying. But if you just stopped for a moment and fueled up, it'll get you a lot further than that 100 miles. So we need to learn how to take a break. We need to learn how to take a mental break, a mental, like, whatever the case may be. If you don't have anywhere to go, but you got vacation days, take those vacation days. I'm tired of hearing people say, oh, I know my vacation days don't roll into the next year, but, I don't need them. They're paid days off. Why are we not utilizing those days off, even if we don't have somewhere to go? You could do a staycation, stay in your house, stay in a hotel, just stay somewhere and just take the day to relax and do what you want to do. Prioritize yourself. Prioritize yourself. So when you are constantly in a state of, I'm going to relax, but I need to know what's going on at work, that's not relaxing. Your brain is constantly thinking about something to keep you busy rather than making sure you are in a state of relaxation. So what are you going to do to change that? What is it going to take to get your mind off of work? You need a hobby. You need something to do to take yourself out of the mental headspace of, okay, when I'm not doing anything I could be doing, no, stop thinking like that. I could be doing this. Why am I sitting down? Oh, I could be doing that. Why? If you want to do that, sure. But at the end of the day, is it going to cause you work? Could it have waited? Could it have waited? It could have. Because if you're not taking time to replenish your body, mind, and soul, heart, all of the things, you are going to be drained and tired and not giving your all at some point in your work. And so then your work is going to be affected. But if you don't gain that confidence, if you don't start taking mental days, if you don't start scheduling days to be off to make sure that you become one with yourself, we need to start doing that. Me and my best friend literally just took a day off together to just spend the day together because we haven't seen each other in a while. So we took the day off. We was together from 9 o'clock in the morning to like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Yes, we blew a bag, but I'm not saying that you have to blow a bag in order to feel better about yourself or to spend time with those that you love. Just spend time with something or somebody or yourself to make sure that you are replenishing the things that make you who you are and that make you good at what you do. Because if we have too much of one, it is not good. We need to have that balance. We need to have that harmonious, constant cycle of with each other. They need an inner loop, okay? So that's what I wanted to talk about today. I really realized that I just needed to slow down and my body feels better because at the beginning of the week, I swear to y'all, I could not get out of my bed without being uncomfortable. I could not move without being uncomfortable. So I honestly took the week to relax, to just be one with myself, not do a lot, just relax. And that doesn't mean that, okay, oh, because I relaxed this one time, I'm not disciplined enough, I'm not being consistent. That is not what that means. I feel like a lot of people prioritize always doing something to be considered consistent and disciplined. But taking a break doesn't mean that you broke that consistency. That just means that you took time for yourself. Now, that discipline and consistency, if it doesn't kick back in when you need to go back into high gear, then there's an issue. Then, yeah, your consistency is broken. But if you start to schedule time to rest and relax in that schedule that you have to keep going, that means at that point, you're going to have a new discipline plan. You're going to have a new plan to stay consistent. Okay, for 2 weeks, I'm going to go to the gym. For the third week, I'm going to rest. For the fourth and fifth week or whatever, I'm going to go back to the gym and I'm going to just keep that consistent. 2 weeks, rest. 2 weeks, rest. Now you've come up with a schedule to be disciplined too, because not only are you prioritizing that hard work, but you're also prioritizing resting, slowing down, replenishing what your body and your mind needs. So don't think that, oh, because I took a break this week, oh, because I took, some time off, I fell off track, I fell off the wheel, whatever. No, hop back in it. Just because you took a break now does not mean that you're no longer disciplined. You're no longer consistent. You just need to know how to schedule that into your program. And once you get that on a rotation, it's going to feel like you've never, like, you, it's just so harmonious, like you don't have any time to like waste. You don't have any time that you're like, oh, okay, well, like, I'm super tired now, but I've rested for 2 weeks here. No, you're going to feel like, okay, I got a constant plan that levels out me working hard and me slowing down and taking time for myself. I have a plan to make sure I'm thriving in both seasons, in both eras, instead of just prioritizing one over the other. So, as soon as this week is up, I'm going back to the gym first thing either Saturday or Sunday morning. I'm going back to the gym. I did not give up my discipline. If you let this slow time, this relaxation time to take over your mind, that is when you have lost. Because we need to learn how to kick it back into gear. We can't always be in a state of slow relaxation. That's lazy. That's being a bum. Sitting around not doing anything, not trying to achieve anything, not trying to strive for anything. No. I feel like if you're working too hard 24/7, you're an addict. You don't know how to sit down. You itching to always move. No. Sit down. That's bad too. You gonna work yourself to an early grave. Talk about some, oh, I'll sleep when I'm dead. I don't want to sleep when I die. I want to sleep, party, enjoy life, and love my life while I'm alive. And I'll wake up the very next day, God be willing. So that is my word to you guys today. Find the confidence to relax. Stop feeling guilty because you taking a break, you taking a day off, you took a week off, you disconnected from people and social media so that you can take care of your mind, body, heart, and soul. Stop feeling guilty. Stop making excuses not to take those breaks. Live in a harmonious pattern of the both, working hard and slowing down and relaxing. So I learned that this week, and it took for my body to give out because I was super tired. It took for me to be in a constant state of tiredness. But I have learned, I just had this revelation this week. I literally looked up at the sky and let a big sigh out, like, and when I did that, that's when it clicked. I have been moving so fast that some of these things are so still out here. I just need to be in the state that I'm in my present, with the things around me. And there is no telling what I will feel. But that relief outside looking up at the sky with the breeze on my face, man, you would have thought it was a scene in a movie. So I want y'all to get there too. I don't want everybody to, oh, hustle culture this, hustle culture that. Oh, I got to keep moving. I got to keep trucking. Oh, I can't ever sit down. I can't ever stop. I got to keep going. What is that going to do? What is that going to do but deplete your energy? And now all of the things that you wanted to give your all in, you're giving less than 0.5%. You're not showing up in the way that these things and places and people need you to. So if you had stopped, slowed down, and relaxed and replenished your energy levels and whatever else goes into who you are as a person to show up as that in all these other spaces, what is the point? What is the point? But I love you guys. I'm going to try to batch create so I can get some good episodes out for y'all. And yeah, how do y'all like my makeup, y'all? I did my makeup for you guys today and for myself. And two, I want to change up my wardrobe. Do y'all see I put on like a little short sleeve sweater for y'all? If y'all listening, then you definitely need to go to the YouTube. Okay, you need to go to the YouTube and see this outfit because I look good. I look good. But y'all, I'm gonna post a picture up on the screen because I literally wore the cutest sweater vest to work, or sweater, short sleeve sweater, whatever, to work the other day. And I think this is my new vibe. I'm gonna pop a picture up, but I think this is my new vibe. I want to change my wardrobe, and I have been looking for months and maybe even a year to figure out what wardrobe I like best. But when I tell you I feel my girliest, I feel my most feminine, I feel like I'm in my most feminine energy when I look good and I look classy and put together all at the same time. Come on now. Come on. Like, I always wear athleisure stuff, or I always wear like baggy sweats, or hoodies, or this or that, leggings, uh whatever. It's easy to shop and find things for like clothes like that. But these cute tops, just figuring out my type of class, that is what I want to figure out, because that is what I honestly feel like I'm in my feminine energy. And when I tell y'all, I have never felt like this far in my feminine energy ever before until like the last couple months. And so I want to keep that going. I told you all before, like my jewelry, my rings, like this one is not an option. It's my engagement ring, which I found my fiance's wedding ring that I want to buy him. So that's going to be bought real soon. But I feel like when I do this stuff, like, I always do my eyebrows. I typically always have a lip combo, but I did my makeup because I haven't done it in a while. Earrings, making sure my hair's did, which I did cut my hair darn near all the way off, which I'll pop another picture up here. But yeah, I mean, when I do these things, I feel real feminine, and it feels good because I feel like I've always been strict and to the point and always on a schedule, that I feel like that's more so masculine energy. And I have an episode out there. It's not a visual episode, but I do have an episode out there where it is okay to bask in your feminine and masculine energy. I just feel like that is the best form of a woman as well as a man, knowing when to tap into that feminine energy. Because I feel like everybody thinks, oh, I only want a female that's feminine. Oh, I only want a male that's all masculine. But to know me and my relationship and what works for me is knowing that I know when to be on my P's and Q's in my masculine energy, but I'm also learning more so now how I get myself and how my fiance puts me in my feminine energy, and I love it here. So I feel like once you truly open up and explore both forms, that is when you're going to understand both and understand why both work together perfectly. Now, this is not the video for that type of explanation and TED Talk, but I just want to let y'all know I have been basking in my feminine energy and I have been loving it. So next is buying me some classy clothes. I don't want to look like an auntie, that's what people call it. I don't want to look like an auntie. I just want to look well put together and clean. Even though I always look well put together and clean, this classiness is giving me like another level of that. But I love you guys. I will talk to you and see you all next week. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Again, I am on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. So Instagram is prettyconfident.pod. I believe my TikTok is the same thing. And then obviously on YouTube, The Pretty Confident Podcast. Like, subscribe, share, post, comment, whatever, and hit that bell notification so you can get notified when I post next. But I love you guys, and I will see y'all next week. Peace. Thank you for tuning in to the Pretty Confident Podcast. Remember, confidence isn't about perfection, it's about embracing who you truly are. So until next time, stay bold, stay authentic, and stay pretty confident. Peace out.